Welcome to the Clear in the Air podcast with D and Q.
I'm D.
And I'm Q. Yo, man, we here to clear the air. It's holiday season right now, and we just want to talk to the masses about Thanksgiving. First and foremost, happy holidays to you, brother.
You too, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Happy Thanksgiving and soon Merry Christmas. You
It's
know what
coming.
I'm saying? Yeah, we make it official. We say it specific terms.
Yeah. But yo, I think it's, without questions, just ask this and put this out there first. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yes. Very much so.
You looked around for a minute.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
And yourself?
I do. There's a reason why I'm hesitant, but we're gonna leave that for the next podcast. But I do.
Okay.
I have. With that being said and done, you sound like you fully indulged. So, what does or has it meant to you over the years?
Thanksgiving, man. Wow. It's just a good time to fellowship, bro. Fellowship, get fat. Food, fellowship, football, man. That's what I think of Thanksgiving, the 3 F's. Like I said, just fellowship with your family, your friends. Gonna eat a lot of food, a lot of good food. I can't wait. And football, man. It's football on all day.
True.
Yeah, but it's also, watch some movies, you know what I'm saying? But it's just really a good time to just spend time with the family over look, over a meal. Over a meal.
So that has to be a podcast coming up about movies, because this dude and I, man, it hasn't just been basketball. Shout out to the homecoming episode that really kind of talked about how this came about.
Right.
But what we didn't talk about was movies. And the funny thing enough, dog, we've never been in the movie setting together.
Nope. Never watched the movie together. Never been to the theater. Yeah.
None of that. But so many movie references that we just die laughing once we go there, like what just happened. So for y'all that don't know, that's from Boomerang, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mine too. Definitely top 5.
Yeah. Well, let's get back. So, as we probably alluded to in many of our previous videos, I like to say these past 2 years have been really a rough time for all of us. I don't care whether you're Black, white, Christian, whatever, Muslim, whatever it may be.
Whatever.
There's no person that hasn't been impacted in some manner with this pandemic. So that being said, man, how has Thanksgiving been for you, and particularly in 2020, because we're coming up upon 2021? But how has Thanksgiving been different for you since the pandemic, if at all?
So this will be the second one coming up. But last year, it was interesting, man. It was weird. My parents didn't want me to travel, didn't want me to go out of town, which was fine. I probably wasn't going to go anywhere. And during the pandemic, I really hadn't seen my parents a lot too, which is very hard for me. But last year, Thanksgiving, I did go to the house. And I say it was weird because so my parents, they have a nice size house. And it was just weird, man, because I was like, so I had my little wing of the house or area of the house that I kind of chill in anyway. And then they normally be downstairs, watching TV, watching Westerns, watching a movie, whatever they do. And so, but on Thanksgiving, we normally get together, sit at the table as a family. We may have family come through, friends come through, people from the church come through. Last year, it was just us. Um, and think that was I know that was the first time that we didn't have Thanksgiving dinner. Even though we were under the same roof, we didn't sit down and eat together.
Mm,
I ate upstairs in my area, they ate downstairs. And it was funny because we never were in the kitchen at the same time.
mm,
So I would yell downstairs, "Hey, I'm coming down to the kitchen." So they would make sure they got out the kitchen. They could go to their area, then I come down, make my plates, and go upstairs and eat. Or, they would be say, "Hey, you in the kitchen? We about to come to the kitchen." So I go upstairs so they can go in the kitchen and do whatever. So it was interesting. Uh, Obviously that lack of interaction that you normally have at Thanksgiving was a bit different. But we made it work, man. We made it work. Um, and I was just, that was just, a sign of the times, I'm sure. I'm not the only person that had to deal with that. And yeah, I mean, still ate good, watched football, was able to talk to everybody on the phone. Oh, you know what? We actually had a family Zoom call. We had a family Zoom call, which was really dope. We had a family Zoom call. That was back, they was big early in the pandemic. You was having Zoom calls for everything with the family. So we had a family Zoom call for Thanksgiving. So it was good to see everybody. And people was eating,
mm.
people watching football. And I think we did like a family prayer and all that stuff. So it was cool. That's what I do remember. We had a family Zoom call.
Yeah. So typically for myself, I will go to my dad's house in Delaware.
Hmm.
Um, I did not do that. Did
Hmm.
not do that this year. Um, because typically what happens is my grandparents will come up
Hmm.
and on my mom's side. So they'll come up and they come up from like my grandparents live probably 30 minutes from me in Maryland. And so for both of us going up that way, again, I didn't do it. They did. And it was, more or less because they're older. I have my own family. So it's like, so that they're around somebody during the
Right.
holidays. Um, but then it kind of, you get to talking about or having that conversation about the about the vax
Hmm.
jab, because
Hmm.
um, it's one of those things where it was like, for the protection of all, is that something that you're gonna do?
Right.
Um, and so, yeah, so didn't do that. Stayed home, kind of did our own thing. My
Hmm.
wife and I, and my kids. Um, so that was really kind of how Thanksgiving went. Um, Obviously, it's a little different because that's not what we normally do. And
Hmm.
even though we will be having Christmas podcast as well. So we'll talk about that stuff. It kind of spilled over into that. So you get 1 month is this, and then the next month is the same thing. So it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge to kind of deal with the difference, which we're gonna talk a little bit about later on, as we clear the air. So that being said and done, um, let's clear the air.
Let's do it, bro.
Uh, what are your plans for this year?
Um, this year, probably the same, man. Um, yeah, just probably the same. I probably just head up to my parents' house and football fellowship. I really haven't talked with them yet. I don't know if we're gonna have other people. I know people last year, I think a few family members just stopped by and maybe got a plate. I know nobody was inside, but I think they messed up. My parents, they cook and they want everybody to eat. So I
Yeah.
think some people came by and got a plate. We, set it outside or whatever. This year, I'm gonna go there. I'm not sure yet you know, if we're gonna have family stop by or people from the church stop by. I'm not sure yet, but I know that's where I'll be. Um, but yeah, I'll be at my parents' house, bro. So
Okay.
how about you?
Um, I'll be here, same as last year. I
Okay.
will have some people over. Um, yeah, I'll probably have my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, um, my daughter. I get her, my oldest daughter. um, and then maybe my boy's godfather. But it'll
Mhm.
be a lot of stuff will be staggered too. So that's
Right,
another thing. That's
right,
another kind of way to
right.
deal with the pandemic and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah. That's important anyway. I mean, because with Thanksgiving, you normally eat early and kind of eat all day. So yeah, you can kind of stagger it until people come
Stagger
different
'em.
times. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Let me go back because let me clear the air on what it means to me. Being from Boston, I just remember the different times, different things I did at that time and how it's transformed into what it is now. But again, if I want to just really give one word for what it has meant to me, it's just family. Family looks different now than what it did when I was a child. But I still always like to remember, my roots. So Boston Thanksgiving was always cool. I was typically around family, like multiple family
Uh-huh.
members, my mom,
Uh-huh.
my grandmother, my two sisters. And then, when I moved to Maryland, kind of the same way that it is now. Um, I was just younger um, as a child. And then as an adult, my typically it has been my family, but then it turned into going up to chilling with my dad. But it's always, that's why when we ask the question, do you celebrate it, celebrate it or not, to me it just means family.
Hmm.
you know that's just what
Hmm.
it means. So that's how I would clear the air on that. um but my plans, like I said, just to really kind of be around, um be around the house, um not do a lot of traveling this time, or
Uh-huh.
as it has not been in the last 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Another question as we clear the air, and this is good. Um, Talking to men out there, um, do you cook? What's typically on the menu? Whether you cook or you don't cook, but that's another question too. Do you cook?
I don't miss no meals, brother. That's how I answer that question. Now I ain't doing too much of the cooking, player. I'm gonna do a lot of the eating.
What's on the
So,
menu? What you eating?
bruh, what's on the menu,
Favorite
man?
food? Favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh man, bro, it's probably that mac and cheese, bro. It's probably that mac and cheese, bro. Probably the mac and cheese. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna say that mac and cheese, doggy. That mac and cheese is something different.
I can't
It's
put it to one thing. I can't.
I mean, I can't either, but the mac and cheese always stands out. It's always stand. I'm not a the turkey is good, and I get a piece. That's just kind of the tradition. The cranberry sauce I can do without. The stuffing I can do without. Like I don't the traditional kind of like Thanksgiving dishes that are popular. I'm okay on those. No, I'm good on those. They be there. They definitely be on the menu, but but I'm good on all that. Give me the greens. Give me the mac and cheese, turkey.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, all that. The yams. Gotta have the yams on there, my
candy
brother.
yams. Yeah,
Yeah, gotta have them candy yams. Um, uh, Pops might make some ribs too. Um, I don't think we have chicken. Oh, do we have chicken for Thanksgiving? I don't know. I can't remember.
and see
But
what
I
I.
wouldn't be surprised. But it'd be some of everything, bruh. My
Yeah.
pops used to make the corn pudding, bro. You ever had corn pudding?
All right, you got to stop. All right,
Bruh, bruh, I'm gonna request that this year because I ain't had that in a minute.
all right.
The,
So
the
it's
corn
my
pudding.
turn because you
My
kind of
bad.
going into
Hold
some
up, the
stuff.
cabbage too. I forgot the cabbage. Gotta have the
All
cabbage
right,
with the
all right,
greens.
all right.
Corn
So
pudding, bruh.
so what's typically on the menu?
You
Corn
want me?
pudding,
Oh,
mac and cheese,
uh-huh,
um, turkey, ham.
uh-huh. Yeah, the
Uh,
ham.
it's gonna be some greens. It's gonna be
Mhm.
probably some type of maybe macaroni salad, seafood salad.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We
I
probably
like,
have potato salad.
yeah.
And
Oh, my bad. Oh, potato salad.
right, right.
What I like when people bring like, I don't like traditional. I do something, mix it up. So what I like to have fried chicken there too. And I've seen it.
Right.
It's been a couple of years, but I've seen it with, somebody who, because that's typically how we'll do it. Some everybody that brings something. You know what I mean? which will kind of lead into my next question.
Yeah, because I was about to ask. I got a question. All right. So are you wary? Are you wary about eating everybody's food?
Oh, we gonna get there. So
All
save
right,
that.
all right, all right,
Save that.
all right.
Save
Because
that.
you talk about everybody bringing everything, and all right, we get to
Well,
that.
save that because
All right.
again, hold on, we're gonna go there. So that's typically on the menu. My favorite, the corn pudding. My grandmother does that thing, and Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Last year,
Uh-huh.
my wife actually tried it last year, and it
Okay.
was good, and it was
Okay.
good. So I'm
Okay.
requesting that again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so
Oh,
yeah,
let me clear up some things. If I do, sometimes I may bake. I do like to bake sometimes. So sometimes I may bake some. I may do
okay,
like a cake or something.
all
Yeah.
right, all
All
right.
all the cooking, the food, I stay out the way. Leave that to the professionals. You know what I'm saying? But I do like to bake. So sometimes I might bake, something, make a dessert or something. So
All
I ain't
right.
just, but I ain't gonna need a lie. Typically, I'm upstairs watching football.
There you go.
So I get that call, food ready. All right, cool.
Do I cook? Typically, I'm not cooking. But I'm gonna lead to this next question, and then the final question is gonna be that question you just asked. So remember that
Okay.
question.
All
All
right.
right. What is your contribution as a man to the family during this time? Now, did you answer that already by saying the food, the baking? Because that don't just have to
Yeah,
be it.
yeah, yeah, that too. But uh a lot of times, um, they may start putting up the decoration. So, gotta help with that, especially,
What kind of decorations?
the Christmas decorations, of course. But to make it plain, let's clear the air on that. Yes, the Christmas decorations. So yeah,
Okay.
they start helping with that. Help pops. Get the stuff out the attic and you know do all that stuff. Um, and then what we'll talk about soon. But just in case they want to, maybe dare to do some Black Friday stuff, who got to drive. Exactly. So that's my contribution. I got to get up begrudgingly at terrible hours of the morning to drive them around for Black Friday.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Okay.
those are my contributions. How about yourself, brother?
Um, it goes back to family. So my contribution is, just making sure that, because I do have a daughter, and this is shout out to all the men who co-parent. Um, I do have a daughter that does not live in my home full time. So, my wife and I, or, I say my wife and I because we share the heart of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
my responsibility as dad to make sure that my daughter does not feel left out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that she's, involved in things. And
Mm-hmm.
whether we talk about, again, the pre-Christmas stuff,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my wife who today, she put the Christmas tree up herself. Well, she decorated the tree. So
Oh, cool.
a little prior to, Thanksgiving, but still,
Right.
um, but it's, my job to do that. My job to create the memories. Again,
Yeah.
photographer here. I always make sure that there are pictures on deck because again,
Right.
especially during this time, just being able to say, 5 years from now when there's no longer COVID-19, not that we would have forgotten it, but just so that we don't forget about moments that really rocked us as a
Right.
nation
Right.
collectively, but then as individuals personally, to be able to say, man, that was some tough stuff, but we still did the best we could, or these are the efforts we made,
Yeah,
to be
man.
able to,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
I should have mentioned that. So I'm very big on family. Although I didn't travel last year and most likely won't this year. I've been known to go see my fam in Atlanta, Jersey. Um, I haven't done California in a while, but I knew that was planned before this hit. We was going to have Thanksgiving out there with my family in California. But I'm big on that, man. Just getting the family together, all hanging out, taking pictures, what I'm saying, making videos, just having those memories, bro.
mhm,
Because I don't want to just, I don't want family to get together when it's an unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? Like I want us to have those good times. So I'm very big on that. And there are years where I alternate. You know what I'm saying? Or they may come here. So
Right.
But I will say it's been good to kind of be at home last year and then most likely this year.
Got you. Got you. What was that question that you had for us, brother?
So you talking about I don't like tradition. I want everybody to bring something, blah blah blah. Oh, potluck. So, do you eat everyone's cooking, my brother? Because you know
Uh,
we could be kind of funny about that. You know what I'm saying? We like, yo, who bring the potato salad?
and that's
You
what you
know,
do.
yeah,
But
yeah.
what you find out is that there's certain people who have been known to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like my sister-in-law, I think she does either the deviled eggs or she'll do the potato salad. So in that case, there it is. You know, now she's doing certain things outside of what she normally does. You know, and
but hold on. Who relays that message if that message gets relayed? Who
it's a group
said,
text. That's a group text. The group text, look, the group text done went out already. So everybody knows if they're bringing anything, what they're bringing.
Okay, so y'all already got the menu, the prefixed menu. Okay.
Oh yeah. No Boston Market, but it's already prefixed. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's most doubt. No doubt.
Hey, yo, your man, and we already talked about him before. Check out the pod of him if y'all haven't already. Your man Plies had a crazy joint, a crazy video about what time we eat, what everybody's supposed to bring.
Bro, it's serious.
Crazy.
It's serious.
I know. Let me say this. I will say a lot of people in my family can cook. My cousins, my aunts. I don't think there's nobody in my family who we'd be like, who did this, who did that. So thankfully, yeah. And look, my uncles and all that, they get down in the kitchen too. You know, my pops get down. So yeah. So bless you, my brother. Bless you, my brother.
I'm trying to avoid that. All right, so let's clear the air as we close out.
All right.
Our hopes for everybody, especially because again, this is a podcast for men, is that we will be the leaders of our family, make sure that we are responsible for bringing each other together. I know holidays can sometimes be very rough times for those who've lost loved ones, and you struggle throughout the year, and then the times that you share together as family during the holidays can really be tough for a lot of people. So we just want everybody to be encouraged. We pray that even in the midst of a pandemic, that you guys can, two things: be around loved ones, even if it's one other person. Be around people as much as you possibly can. And again, one of the reasons or the whys for our podcast is that this was a podcast to have discussion, to allow men to share their thoughts and their feelings. So again, men, find somebody to communicate with if you're struggling, going through tough times where stuff just doesn't make sense and stuff is just hard. So listen.
Hey, hold on. Let me add to that, because we also want to say, and all that was great, and we also want to mention that we want the feedback from our women too, from the women too. You know what I mean? That plays such a very important role in our lives. We could just talk about Thanksgiving and that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how y'all do. Y'all doing damage in the kitchen, and we love it and we appreciate it. But just on a bigger scale, we are, for men and talking about things and trying to get us to communicate and this and that. But we want y'all's feedback, man, because y'all are so important to us. So yeah.
True. Well, listen, I think that clears the air on things. Happy holidays. We'll see you guys next time.
Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.
Peace.